Hello, my name is Chaz Horn. I'm the founder of Mastery of B2B Sales, and I'm going to talk about the 3 essential things you need to go through to make sure that you are amply prepared to meeting with a prospective client or customer. First and foremost, oh, by the way, stay to the end. I have a bonus tip in addition to a free gift I'm going to give you that's going to help you in your business starting right away. Okay? Number 1. Objective or goal for the meeting. Make sure you have this. If you don't have this, you're going to lack direction and clarity. It's going to help you, and it's going to help you be perceived as someone who's a true professional who's prepared. Okay? Second, you need to do your research on the individual and the company. Look at Bing, look at Google, look at LinkedIn, look at Facebook. A myriad of options you have at your fingertips. Take good 10, 15 minutes. And by the way, if you don't go through this process, you're going to be perceived weak. You're going to be perceived as unprepared and unprofessional. And you'll never get a second chance to make a first impression. Let me tell you why research is so important. I just had a meeting last week with a business owner. And doing research, I found out he had a partner. Now, interestingly enough, his partner had a business that competed directly with my business. Okay, interesting. So, when I met with him, we talked about this up front, and they were interested in something I do, not on the major part of my business, but something I do that's kind of a micro part of my business. So we had that discussion. If I hadn't done my research, I would have looked very foolish up front because I would have led with some, well, I wouldn't have because I would have done my research and but if you don't, you're going to have an issue and a problem, okay? So make sure and do your research. Again, another thing that's really good, if they have a blog, they have a video, look at their information. This is going to help you prepare. And it's going to help you develop good open-ended questions. That's number 3. So objective or goal, research. From your research, develop good open-ended questions. Let me show you how this really helps you segue and break the ice and develop rapport during the course of your meeting. One of my people I met with within the last few weeks, actually it's probably been a month ago now, I looked at a video he had on LinkedIn and I watched it. It was about 3.5 minutes and I could tell that he was very passionate about this subject. And he put this video together. He spent some time because it was put together very well. So after we exchanged names and talked a little bit, small talk, I asked him, I said, Jim, I saw your video on your LinkedIn page. I'm curious what all went into putting that together, or why did you put that together? Well, check this out. His eyes lit up. He went on for a good 10, 15 minutes about why it was important, not only to him, but to his company. And then he talked about the challenges in his company. He had some of the goals and objectives and some of the major problems he was facing right then and there. If I hadn't done my research, I wouldn't have had that good open-ended question, and we wouldn't have started building some good rapport, if I can talk correctly. Okay? So do those 3 things, all right? Goal, objective is going to give clarity and direction. Research the individual and the company. Develop from that research good open-ended questions. You do that and you're going to be perceived as someone who's a true professional and you're going to differentiate yourself from every other salesperson. Bonus tip. When you end the meeting, make sure you have a clear next step. Now, what most people, now this may sound like common sense, but what most salespeople do, and I don't care if you're a business owner or a salesperson, if you're there to meet with someone to find out an issue or a problem so you can solve it with your product and or service, you're in sales. Okay? What most salespeople do is they'll end a meeting and they'll say, oh, how about if we follow up next Monday or next week or in 2 weeks? Wrong answer. You know why? Everybody's busy these days. And if you don't have a discussion about who's going to do what when and a time and a date to follow up, and it's not on each other's calendar, it ain't going to happen. So make sure during the meeting, if things come up, you need to gather information, they need to gather information, you discuss that, and before you end the meeting, or even use this in any conversation, you make sure and get a time and a date and get it on each other's calendars. By the way, I'm not sure if I'm going to be available then. put it on. If something changes, you can always adapt your calendars, okay? So make sure you always end with a clear next step. By the way, you do that and that's going to shorten your sales cycle big time. All right, do that. Now, the bonus, what I have to offer, and this is really cool, 5 keys to show you how to build rock solid customer loyalty that naturally leads to upsells and cross sells. The clients that have used this have increased sales with their current customers anywhere from 39% to 150%. By the way, I include 3 case studies in there. One of the case studies is with a customer that went much higher than this, okay? So click on the link below. If you don't see a button here or here, click on the link below, register for the masterclass, and watch this. In addition to that, you'll be able to, not only the clear next step, but you'll be able to see how to shorten the sales cycle anywhere from 29 to 183 days. Shorten it that much. This is being shorter, but it's a many days, so that's why I'm doing this. So watch that, and you'll see how to shorten it. You see how to increase your sales 7 figures in 12 months. And this is really cool. How to schedule 20 appointments monthly by spending less than an hour a day without making a single cold call on LinkedIn. Click the link below. If you have comments, comment below. If you like this, like and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Most importantly, go rock this day.